Good morning, children. Welcome to your English language video lecture. So, as you all know, the topic that we are doing in our English language is verb. And in our two previous videos, we have talked about verb in present tense and verb in past tense. So, in this particular video, we will talk about verb future tense. Okay, and we will see that how these tenses are used and what are the structures of these tenses. Okay, so before we start the video, I would like to point out something that I hope that the worksheet that I am giving you, you are doing those worksheet properly and proper and in a neat and clean way in your notebooks, because the work that you are submitting is not of all the class. So I hope that all of you from now onwards you submit your worksheet, your homework on time on your homework portal, so I can check your work right there. Okay, so now we will continue the topic. So in this particular video we will talk about verb future tense. Okay, so as we know that verb future tense, or you can say future tense, is divided into four types similar to past and present tense. Okay, and I hope that you know that the what is the meaning of verb. Verb are the action words, or you can say a word which shows an action. And what are tenses? Tenses are the tenses basically show the time of an action. When the action took place, it shows the time of those actions. Okay, so future tense is similarly as past and present tense divided into four parts. The parts are simple future, okay, simple future tense, future continuous tense, future perfect tense, and future perfect continuous tense. Okay, so first of all we will talk about simple future tense. Okay, so simple future tense, let's see how we use these sentences. Okay, so the first way in which we use simple future tense is to predict what we think will happen. Okay, so simple future tense is used to predict that what we think will happen. So you can say that it is basically the expression of the speaker. Speaker means who is saying the particular thing. Okay, so it is the feeling of the speaker, you can also say this. Okay, so let's understand this with example. So the first example is Hari works hard. Okay, Hari works hard. I think Hari works hard. I think he will get good marks. So this is a feeling, right? This is a feeling that I have, that I think that Hari is working hard. So I feel that he will get good marks in his test, right? So as you can see that these type of sentences are used. Simple future tenses. Simple future tense is used to predict what we think will happen, right? Similarly, let's see the second example. She will help you in this matter. Okay, she will help you in this matter. What it means that I think it means that maybe she can help you, or you can say she will help you in this matter. Okay, the work that you are showing me, or the thing that you want help in, I think that she will help you in this matter. Okay, so the first point is where we can use simple present a future tense is to predict what will happen. Okay, to predict what we think will happen, okay, in the future. Okay, obviously because we are talking about future, so it is about future. Okay, second point is to indicate an offer or promise. It means that it is used to offer. If I say that I am offering something to do, okay, so future tense is used when someone is offering someone else, some other person, to do something. Okay, or it is used to promise to do something. Okay, if I offer something that I want to help you in this matter, or if I promise that I will, yes, I promise that I will help you in this particular matter. Okay, so for these type of sentences, for to show these type of sentences, we use simple future tense. We are talking about. Okay, let's see some examples. First example is I will help you in writing the essay. So what is this? This is a offer. You can say this is offering, or you can say a promise that I will help you in writing the essay. It means that he wants, if I am saying this, so it means that I want the other person, I want to help the other person in writing his essay. Okay. Second example is, she will give you a prize if you stand first. Okay. What it means? It is that she will give you a prize. It means that she will give you a prize. She will give you a prize if you stand first. Let's say if I am promising someone that if you do this, I will give you this particular thing. So here in this sentence, what is given to us is that she will give you a prize if you stand first. I mean, I am saying that agar tum first aate ho, if you are going to get first position, that then what will happen, as a prize I will, if you stand first, as a prize I will give you something. Okay. Third point here is that where you can use simple future tense to indicate an instant decision. Okay, to indicate an instant decision at the moment of speaking. Okay, so when what type of instant decisions? At the moment of speaking, if we took some instant decision, so to show that particular decision, simple future tense is used. Okay, for example, let's take an example. My brother has stood first, I will give a treat. Okay, so what is this? There I am saying that if my brother gets stood first, means if he got first position, I will give a treat to all of you. Okay, so this is an instant decision that I made, that if he gets first position, what I will do, I will treat the other people. Okay, so the sentence is, my brother has stood first. Okay, he has stood first. Okay, whatever the result of a particular thing came out, and he stood first. So what happened, the speaker is saying that I will give you a treat. Okay, as my brother stood first position, or he got the first position, I will give you a treat now. Okay, so where we can use simple future tense, the three ways to use simple present, not present, sorry, future tense, is to predict what we think will happen. Okay, so to predict that what we think is going to happen in the future. To indicate an offer or promise. Okay, it means it is used to offer to do something, or it is used to promise to do something. Okay, it is used when we promise that we will do something, okay, to someone. Okay, and the third point is to indicate an instant decision at the moment of speaking. Okay, instant decision of at the moment of speaking. Okay, now let us look at the structure of the sentences, that how we form simple future tense. Okay, so for affirmative sentences, if you want to form affirmative, affirmative means positive sentences, what we have to do, we have to take subject. Which subject? Will or shall. Okay, so what we are going to use, will or shall, plus the first form of the verb and the rest of the sentences, or you can say remaining part of the sentence. So let's take an example. I will go to the excursion trip next week. Okay, I will go to the excursion trip next week. So here what is the subject? I is the subject here. With I singular noun, we have used will, right? And the first form of the verb, and then the remaining part of the sentence. Okay, so you see what is the sentence? I will go on the excursion trip next week. Okay, for affirmative sentence, we take subject plus will if the noun that we are using is singular form. If it is in plural form, we will use shall. Okay, and the first form of the verb and the remaining part of the sentence. For negative sentences, what we do? Subject. With subject, we are going to take will and shall, will or shall. Okay, according to the singularity and plurality of the noun, we will use shall or will. Okay, and with it, as the sentence is negative, we are going to use not. Okay, and the first form of the verb and remaining part of the sentence. Let's take the example again. So here the first example we took is, I will not go to excursion trip next week. Okay, so I is the subject, will is the will or shall, we have taken will as the, as I is a singular noun, and not go. Okay, not plus the first form of the verb and the remaining part of the sentence. Okay, for negative sentences. Now let's talk about interrogative sentences. So for interrogative sentences, what we do, we first take will or shall. With will or shall, then the subject plus first form of the verb and the remaining part of the sentence with a question mark. Okay, let's see example. Will I go on the excursion trip next week? Okay, question mark. Will I go on the excursion trip? Okay, will I go on the excursion trip next week? Okay, so these are the structures how we can form simple future tense. Okay, and I hope this part is clear to you, that how we use simple, what are the ways in which we can use simple future tense, and how the structure of the simple future tense is. Okay, now let's move on to the next part, that is future continuous tense. Okay, in this we are going to talk about the usage of future continuous tense and with example also. Okay, and then we will talk about the structure. Let's see. Okay, students, now let's see future continuous tense. Okay, the usage, examples and structure. So the first way to use a future continuous tense is, the tense is used to express an action which will be in progress at a given moment in future. It means that to express those actions which will, take part, which will be in progress at the given time in moment or in time in future, means it is going to happen in future and it will be a continuous, you can say continuous action. For example, let's take an example and then I hope that it will be more clear to you. First one is, my father will be arriving anytime soon. So as you can see that the action here is of arriving. Okay, and it is going to happen happen in the future, and it is a progression or progression and a future, right? For example, as here you can see that the for future continuous tense, we do what, the tense is used to express an action, okay, which will be in progression at a given moment in future. And here what is the action that is going to be, in the progression for the in the progression form in the future, is the action of arriving, right? The action of father's arriving. So the sentence here, my father will be arriving anytime soon. Here the action is arriving. Arriving is an action which is going to happen in the future, and it is a progress, it will take part in the progressive way, right? Progressive means it is. Okay, let's see another example. India will be launching a new satellite very soon. Okay, so this action is also a few action which is going to take place in future, and it is a continuous it is in the continuous form, as the sentence suggests that India will be launching a new satellite very soon. Okay, what India is going to do, they are going to they will be launching a new satellite, okay, very soon. Okay, so here you can see in both the sentences what is happening. The sentence is used to express an action, right? It is used to express the action in the first one of the arriving and in the second of launching, right? Which will happen, which is actually in the progress at a given moment in future, right? It is of a given moment in future where the exact time of the future is not given here, right? And the second way of using future continuous tenses, arrangement and plans. Okay, showing arrangement and plans, we use future continuous tense. Let's take example. if we say Rohan will be reaching Mumbai on Sunday, okay, so what is going to happen? Rohan will be reaching, okay, he is going to reach Mumbai on Sunday, okay, कब वो मुंबई पहुंचेगा? He is going to reach Mumbai on Sunday, okay. Second example, the doctor will be examining the patient now, okay. So what is the doctor going to do? He is going to examine the patient, examining the patient now, okay. Examining means, what is the word examining means? Examining means he is going to check upon the patient now, okay. So these are the two ways where we can use future continuous tense. What are those? First one is to express an action which will be in progress at a given time in future, and the second is arrangement and plans, okay. Now let's see the structure of these sentences, okay. For affirmative or positive sentences, how we can form these sentences, okay. Let's see here. So first of all, we have to take subject plus will or shall according to the noun, okay, plus be plus verb, first form of the verb and ing. With the verb we are going to use ing. As you see above, for the first, here you can see arrive, okay. So with arrive we have used ing, okay, and the remaining part of the sentence, okay. For affirmative sentence, let's see example of an affirmative sentence. Gayatri will be assisting her boss in this project, okay. So Gayatri is the subject, will be used with Gayatri singular noun, be then the verb plus ing, that assisting ing, and the remaining part of the sentence, okay. So the sentence is Gayatri will be assisting her boss in this project, okay. Now let's see for the negative sentences. Subject, we use subject plus will or shall plus not plus be. With be we are going to use first form of the verb and ing, and then the remaining part of the sentence. So how we are going to write the negative sentence? Gayatri won't be assisting her boss in this project, okay. So to make it negative, we have just added not to the affirmative sentence, okay. So affirmative is done, negative is done. Now let's see what we do for interrogative sentences. So first of all, we use will or shall according to the subject, okay. Then will or shall, after will or using will or shall, we will add subject plus be plus first form of the verb with ing, and then the remaining part of the sentence, and at the last we will add question mark. So let's see the sentence. Will Gayatri be assisting her boss in this project? Okay, will Gayatri be assisting her boss in this project? Okay, so I hope this is clear that how we can form future continuous tense. Okay, these are the structures of future continuous tense. Now let's talk about the next, that is future perfect tense. How we use future perfect tense and examples, and then the structures. Okay, so for future perfect tense, what we do, this tense is used to express an action completed before giving time in the future. Okay, when an action get completes before the given time in future, okay, it is going to get completed before the given time. Suppose if I say that something is going to reach at 4 p.m. but it actually came at 3 p.m. So the action here is what? It is being completed before the given time. So let's see examples, then it is going to be more clear to you that how use future perfect tense, okay. So first example is tomorrow morning I shall have left, okay. Tomorrow morning I shall have left, okay, the first example. Second example is he will have finished his work by Monday. Wait, students. Okay, he will have finished his work by Monday. Okay, this shows the that action is being completed before given moment in the future. Okay, now the third one is she will have submitted her project before the end of the term. Okay, what it means that she is going to submit the work the project work before the given time. Okay, so the sentence is she will have submitted her project before the end of the semester. Okay, so these are some examples, okay, and the usage of future perfect tense, where we can use future perfect tense to express an action completed before given moment in the future. Okay, to express these type of actions, we use future perfect tense. Okay, students, now let's see the structure of the sentences. So for affirmative or positive sentences, what we do, subject, with subject, we are going to add shall or will, plus have, plus third form of the verb, and then the remaining part of the sentence. Okay? For affirmative, we are going to do, this is the structure of affirmative sentences. Let's see example. The play will have ended by the midnight. Okay? The play will have ended by the midnight. So here you can see, okay, that how we have constructed, or you can see how we have structured the sentence according to the rule here. Okay, with the subject we have added shall or will, okay, accordingly, and then with it we have added have here, and third form of the verb, and then the remaining part of the sentence. How, now let's see how we are going to write the sentences or form the sentences in the negative sense. Okay, so for negative, what we are going to do, subject plus shall or will plus not plus have plus verb third form and remaining part of the sentence. Okay, let's see example. The play won't have ended by the midnight. Okay, for negative, what we have did, we simply added not to the affirmative sentence. Okay, now let's see for interrogative sentence, what we do, will or shall plus subject, with subject the third form of the verb, and then the remaining part of the sentence with a question mark at the end. Okay, let's see example. Will the play have ended by the midnight, question mark. Okay, so for interrogative sentence, what is the structure, will or shall plus subject plus third form of the verb plus the remaining part of the sentence, and at the end we will put question mark. So I hope the structures are clear to you, and also this, that why where we use future perfect tense. Okay students, so this was all for the video, and I hope that all of you understood this part of the video. If you have any doubt, you can ask in your Zoom sessions. Thank you very much.